Okie dokie. Welcome to session 2 of Kingdom of Darkness. Great to have everybody here. We've got a full house for this one. Just a couple of announcements before we get started, and then we will jump into the game. First announcement is scheduling. We have At the Door of Eternity, session 14 on the 19th of this month, April. And then we have Kingdom of Darkness' session 3 on the 23rd of this month, April. May schedule's not out yet. I know we're also waiting for Baptized in Blood to come out. I have made progress with that. I'm still working on it. It's taking a lot longer than I expected. And part of the reason for that is, energy level. The other part of the reason for that now is inspiration shift. So I've had a bout of recent inspiration that's kind of changed the way I want to do that campaign a little bit. And some of the things that happen in that campaign, and this always happens during development, where I will find something that I really like about that campaign, and then I will hone in on that more and make a lot more of the campaign about that thing. So we're going to see a lot more of that. I also want the campaign to be developed enough to the point where, should need be, I will be able to wing it without suffering if something happens outside of what is, fully anticipated. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. Usually I have all my bases covered. Even we want to not participate in the campaign at all and go off on a wild adventure. Yeah, that's usually covered in some fashion. So, all that's really kind of taken care of and being built out in the game. Still looking forward to doing the large-scale battle system. That's going to be one of the big things about that campaign. So there's a lot of work to do with that as well. So, and the last announcement that we have is attendance. Right, we've had some issues getting everybody in at the table recently with a bunch of different stuff. With session zeros, with game sessions, all that stuff. With just general back and forth conversation to make sure everything is lined up the way it should be. Going forward, a session will be canceled if we don't have everybody there. This way we have full participation for the sessions. We don't have the luxury of churning out episodes at a regular pace, like on a weekly basis. We do this bi-weekly, and so it can be a little difficult to keep the schedule going, but we have to have everybody here for the games. Otherwise, the games themselves suffer. Like the sheer lack of an individual player really is deeply felt across the game itself and the party members, and things would happen differently if that person was there. We don't want to get too far away from that, so we don't want to get too far away from everybody being there, so we're just gonna not run games when not everybody's there. So that makes it very important for everybody to be on top of the schedule, and for everybody to be aware of what the schedule is and to plan for that in advance. That way, no one's time is wasted. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to go ahead and switch us back over to the game itself and get started. Alright, guys. Should be able to hear me and should be able to hear everybody. Oh, you guys are tiny. Let me make you guys bigger. There we are. There we are. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. We're going to do a real quick introduction, and then we will go ahead and get started. So we're going to go ahead and do we're gonna do in reverse Discord order. So that starts with you, D.
I was not expecting to go first. I am D. I am playing Agna, who is a cleric of indeterminate faith. And this music fucks, CJ.
This one, the
Yeah.
piano.
Yeah.
Yeah. My read-in music. Were you asking what it's from?
Yes, actually, I would love to know that.
I'll fucking find out, but it's gonna take a while because it's buried deeply within my files here. So
Very cool.
it is in file folder hell. So, but yeah, this is good. Was that your entire introduction?
Yeah, I was using my introduction to ask you that question.
Okay, Lee, you're up.
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm playing Dart, who is of indeterminate.
Yes, he's just a guy, right?
Just a guy, really.
He's just a normal guy. You know, there are 1,000 darts in any given town. Everybody names their kid Dart, right?
There is 17 on my street alone.
Right. You know, at your high school, all of you had to call each other by your middle names because all of you had the same first and last name. So,
Dart doesn't even have a middle name.
I know. You're just that guy now. All right. Anything else for you, or are you good?
I'm good.
All right. Sin, go ahead.
My name is Cynthia Sin. I'm playing Nin, and she thinks she's a rogue, but she's not entirely sure.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All right. Cool. Go ahead,
Cool.
Larinia.
And I play the spectacular Crimson Darling, who is the most best, fantasticest bard.
That's right. Most best, fantasticest bard. Go ahead, Brian.
I am Brian, and I am playing Spindleshanks, a doctor of indeterminate morals. Really hope Crimson sings another song this session. I'm hoping for a song per session. But right now I'm having trouble accessing the site, so I may have to be playing in Theater of the Mind.
Have you done all the things? Like,
Yeah,
you know, all the things.
Yeah, I'm trying my third browser.
I see. Okay, I see. You may have to like do that thing in school where you drag your desk over to the person sitting next to you and look at their textbook. Sin, you're that person. Your textbook.
Yes.
Brian might have to look at.
I know.
Let me know if that's the case.
But that means we have microphones. Yeah.
Well, let me know if that's the case. You guys can be on like one phone, and I'll just give whoever it needs to be access to the other person's character sheet so you guys can work it out together. There's a workaround. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. That said, Apostate, go ahead.
Hey there, I'm Apostate, and I am playing Theophania of Raincourt. And I think you'll all be shocked to know that she is scared, tired, and hungry.
Shocked, I say. Shocked. Bewildered, even. Maybe a little cold. But that's not your fault. So, we've apparently lapsed back into winter here on the East Coast. So, alright, that's everybody, so I'm going to go ahead and do our recap. If you want to do a recap, let me know. I'm happy to offload some work onto somebody else. So, I will go ahead and read our recap. Last session, our journey began with a prison break. Nin, a young woman who had been in prison for a great deal of time, discovered a bone in the recesses of her cell. In a crack in the wall, there she had discovered a means of escape. The lock was defeated easily, and from there she found Dart, a man that she'd been plotting an escape with on the other side of the hallway. From there, they made their way around the prison and freed a total of 6 others, bringing the number of escapees up to 8. A daring rush on the Scrumgore guard in the next room occurs, and they manage to escape the battle with their lives, having overwhelmed the demon with their sheer numbers. They enter the castle proper in search of food, warmth, and a safe place to rest. Yet before they can do so, a scream reaches them. While several of the party have internal and external debate about what to do about it, one of the men, Hadrian, springs into action and makes a choice for the rest of the group. Battle ensues, and a young Inferni girl is saved from her fate. As it turns out, the young girl is the heiress to the Matronex duchy, supposedly, and it was at this time the party found enough supplies to hunker down and rest in a nearby guard barracks. There they barred the door, clinging to the hope it will keep the icy fingers of death outside. What lays in wait in this corrupted ancestral home? And that's where the recap ends. Just, ends right there. Here we are. These are our players. Say hi, players.
Hello, players.
Hi, players.
Hi, players.
All right. That was fun. Go ahead and
If you didn't know that wasn't coming, CJ.
I knew that was coming. I just was hoping it would be that level of energy, and I'm glad I got it. So, all right. Let's go ahead
Since
and
the game was paused, I suppose Agna and Dart are still locked in stare down.
yes, that's where we left off. So, I do want everybody to make a perception check as that is happening.
There we go.
Okay. What we got here? We got
Oh, for God's sake.
Trash from Cynthia. Okay.
Yeah.
Trash from Crimson. 1, 2, 3. I'm missing a person. Oh, that would be Spindle. Okay. I shall make the roll for you, Brian, unless you want to figure out that business now.
Much appreciated. Unless you want me to roll an actual die and tell you what it says.
I trust you, man. You can do that. You got Sin right there. She can tell me if you're lying.
Yeah. She totally tell you.
She'll throw you under
Hold on a second.
throw you under the bus,
Oh,
right?
yeah, I will throw. Of course. We've only been married 25 years.
Right.
Let me walk out into the other room. And what are you rolling, husband?
I'm getting a die 20 out.
This is the funniest thing.
And I rolled a 19.
Oh.
Holy crap. Yes, he did.
Oh, nice. Alright, so 19 on the die for perception gets you +2, which brings yours to a 21.
Hate you, husband.
Love you too.
Okay. So we have a 21, a 7, a 15, a 13, a 6, and a 14.
Nin notices air.
Yes.
Perception check based on sight or hearing.
Hearing. This is a good
Okay,
question.
I have advantage on this.
Okay, roll again.
Okay.
Wipe that 6 out. Watch it be even worse.
Please don't curse me like that.
It's 10. It's better.
Yay!
Okay. So Spindleshanks, you hear it first. There's a thrumming in the air. It reminds you of like the wing beats of like a large beetle or something flying past your head, or maybe a dragonfly, but it's
Yippee.
from the other. You can hear it from the other side of the door, and it's getting louder. Theophania, you hear it second, maybe like 4 seconds later, and then Dart, you hear it about the same time. The rest of you begin to hear it as well, after a few seconds more, and you can feel something walking in the hallway.
We've changed
Din
the
is going to
score.
look to Dart and say, "Was that offer for a sharp stick, pointy thing still open?"
Certainly. Here, take it.
Okay. Yeah.
We've chained that door shut. Do we want to see how long the chain lasts while they gather reinforcements, or burst out and try and surprise whoever's coming?
Well, there's the option of waiting and seeing if they actually try the door. Subtlety.
Should we put out the light?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
grab
use
the-
precipitation to turn out the light.
Cool. I'm gonna grab the dagger that's left.
Okay.
Nin is going to do a little preemptive looting and grab blankets.
Dart is, if something comes through the door, ready to strike it.
I'm going to take up the one side of the door with my short sword out.
You're gonna stand on the side of the door with your short sword out?
The side that wouldn't open right into my face.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Nin is also now going to, after she grabs some blankets, hide in the shadows.
Yeah, I'm gonna go hide over here.
It's hiding
Suppose-
time.
Yeah, I think
I'll
it is hiding
knock
time.
my light out for now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Turn your light out. 10, 5. Just remember those are your numbers for your light. Nin, do you want to snuff yours?
Yes, please.
10, 5 for you as well. And Theophania, do you want to do yours?
Yeah, we're snuffing.
Snuffing. Yours is 5, 5. I think yours is a candle.
Correct.
And Spindleshanks, are you snuffing yours?
Oh, that's right. I have a candle. Yes, I will.
Okay. You hear the thrumming get louder, as if it's right by the door. It is so loud you cannot hear yourself think. Sounds are definitely like mixed to the point where you can only hear the thrumming. Like you have become deaf to everything else but the thrumming. You can kind of feel the creature's steps. It's got to be some kind of monster, you think, as it moves around the space just outside the door, and then it moves away towards the prison.
If we hear it moving in that direction, once it seems like it's far away enough that whispering won't be overheard, Dart's gonna say, "It's gonna see there's no prisoners. We should try and sneak in further behind it.
You sneak in past it and go down
Further
the stairs.
into the castle, yes."
Yes.
Yes.
Have any of us encountered flying demons?
GM has Nin.
Yeah, I mean, Scrumgore kind of fly. They are more of a, like a hippy hoppity.
Did it sound like a Scrumgore?
No, it does not. It is much louder than a Scrumgore. Scrumgore, hippity hoppity, they chatter a lot in their little demonic tongue, their little nasty gribblies. This thing is big. It's probably, twice the size of one of these things, maybe 3 times as big.
Who has our princess?
She's in the corner. She's hiding under the table. You can't see her because she's just hiding so well.
Crimson, grab the princess.
Gotcha.
All right,
Darling
guys.
Sophia, Time to go.
Let's
Stick with
sneak.
me.
Dart will pick up the chain using some like rags to prevent it from clinking. Peek around this corner. And then peek back and be like, is it moving?
It's kind of just standing there looking into the rooms that are both, the doors are open.
Okay.
As it moves, you can see its vision shift. There's sort of like a quality to the light that it's giving off with its vision, of changing the way things are seen even by you.
That's pretty crazy, but also useful.
You can tell where the thing's looking right now.
Can-
You seem to be in its
can-
blind spot.
Can Nin see what it is?
And if she pokes around the corner, yes.
Can she look over Dart's shoulder and see it?
Yes. It appears to be a large insectoid kind of creature. It is probably between 8 and 12 feet tall, somewhere in that neighborhood. If it uncrouches, it's definitely in the neighborhood of like 15, but very long limb. It kind of evokes ideas of a praying mantis crossed with a moth, crossed with some kind of heavy winged beetle. And it's stomping around and it pokes its head into this room here. It seems to have not heard you or noticed you guys.
As soon as it looks like it's making... Does it look like it's moving towards the bridge?
Yeah, it looks like that's part of its patrol path.
Okay. As soon as it crosses there, Dart's gonna like start waving people to get past.
Definitely.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Is this like we move on our own and it's moving at its own pace?
Yes, it is moving at its own pace.
Okay, so like we have to in person move ourselves, go, go, go.
Yeah. I am rolling dice back.
Everyone move.
Trying to.
She's going.
Am I stuck in the door?
You shouldn't be, because it's the way it's set up. But
And where am I?
You're
Oh, there I
in
am.
the hallway.
Alright, run. Where the heck is... There she is. Crimson, come on. No, this way.
Dart's basically like waving everyone past because he knows he's the fastest, so waiting for everyone to get in front of him.
On.
sorry, I can only move so many tokens at once. I'm also trying to move the monster.
Run. Quick, down the hallway. Come on, move, move, move.
Keep moving. Keep going.
Keep going, move, move.
Move.
Just
I
like,
cannot
presume
find
that-
Nin.
That the tokens that have to be moved by you are keeping pace with us?
yes,
Word.
they are keeping
Good. The
pace.
spindle. Yeah, thank you. I think you're moving me.
I think you're under one of these tokens. Yes, you're under
Yes, sorry.
Spindle Shanks.
There
Sorry.
we go.
The ones
Okay.
that I have to move are moving in tandem with the rest of the group.
Does this stairway go up or down?
It does both.
Like in a just depends on which way you're facing kind of way, or there's two separate flights.
It depends on which way you're facing. So if you're, if you look right, it goes up. If you look left, it goes down. So it's a corkscrew.
Oh, okay. Two different
Oh, wait.
flights. Okay.
I do not suggest going down this corridor. It is full of blood.
Yeah.
We're going back this way.
My things are down that way. The little girl says.
Which way? Down towards the blood?
By your things.
She points towards that that opening there. Our bedrooms were over there. We don't want to go towards the right though. That's where he's...
The right as in, from her perspective, this door.
Yes.
He has Orogonai?
She nods.
Oh, good.
And the other ones.
Yay. Other one?
Yeah.
What's the other one?
There's the big bug lady and she freezes at the thought of the third one.
All right. Does this stairway take us down towards the exit?
She nods. But
Yes, your things are. Yes,
What are
your
your
things are there, darling, but you cannot have them anymore. Your life or your things, which is better?
make a persuasion check.
You got it.
I'm just trying to keep you guys off of each other right now. You guys
Well,
keep
Nin's
moving
making-
under each other.
Oh, God's sakes.
While Nin's making that persuasion check, can Dart try and listen to hear if there's any activity coming down this hallway?
Sure, make perception check. That's pretty good.
24.
24. You hear coming from the right side, which is our left, down this way, some very vague whispers. They're so quiet, you know nobody else could have possibly heard it.
Hey,
It's definitely
There's-
mitigated by distance and walls, so...
Right. There is something there whispering, but it's not close. Dart's gonna try creeping up this way, make like much stealth as possible.
Sure, make a stealth check for me.
why are we going down the bloody hallway?
Little girl asked for it. Natural 20.
You're invisible.
Things are replaceable. People aren't.
As it's happening, Dart is just like running, or not running, but like moving as quickly as it can without disturbing anything, and just looking for a child's bedroom.
Just sites of massacres, as far as you can see. Creatures in corners, vermin, rats, blood feeders, that sort of stuff. This is a door. This is a bedroom.
Right. Is there a chest? Is there a doll, a book?
There are several books that are kind of placed on the bed, clearly favorites. There's clothing in the dresser. There's, stuff that would fit her, for sure.
Right. Dart's grabbing the books on the bed and some warm-looking clothing.
Sure, okay.
And then, moving back as quickly as possible. All right. Is this what you wanted?
Oh.
I got some books. I got one of your dresses.
She-
Something warm.
She nods, and she takes the
Alright.
stuff.
One final question. What's up that way?
The
Pointing towards.
the library and one of the storerooms. There's usually nobody over there. We could probably check it out if you guys wanted to. If they're busy talking in the other room, they're gonna be a while. They're probably having a meeting.
Library could have something useful in it.
It could. And also, if the bug is coming back this way, it's going to come back through this hallway. So we want to be out of its way.
Okay, we will assume that the other NPCs and Spindleshanks are with the rest of the group. I'll just move Sabria. She bumps into Theophania. Oh, I'm sorry.
No trouble.
Could I put my helpful little light back on?
Yes, you may. You were a 5'10", right?
Yes, 10-5. 5-10? 10-5, yes.
We
I
want to go
found
this way, Agna.
some barrels. My.
Indeed.
Laughing Hadrian is gonna keep an eye on the hallway. You guys want to search this room?
Indeed.
Yes, I think so.
All right. So this is fairly easy search. Go ahead and make a investigation check. Very low DC.
Plus, State, why are you rolling blind?
Oh, it's probably a setting they have on them. Let's see here. Agna, you have rolled 19. That's pretty high. This room is full of supplies, but you do find that there is gold in this particular chest.
Ooh, I'll take it.
There's all the water in those barrels. Those barrels are full of water. You found potatoes. You found some peanuts. You found beans. Found beets. Generally hearty food.
I mean, we should probably take some if we can.
Yes,
Oh, I grabbed the
should.
ring as well.
Yes, there is a ring in there as well.
I will take that, but I will split the other currency 5 ways.
6 ways.
Oh, it told me 5.
Oh, it would be you and 5 others, I think. Oh, it's because Brian's not in the game anymore. That's why. Was it 100?
Are all of these? The weight
I'm
on each of these
trying.
items is a pound.
Yes, it's a pound of beets. It's a pound, so it's 30 pounds of beans, 33 pounds of peanuts, 40 pounds of
Okay.
potatoes. So it's a pound of whatever it is. It's not the weight of one beet. It's by weight
Fair.
of beets. I know you're trying, Brian.
It's a pound of peanuts weigh.
A pound of peanuts weighs a pound. It's just a lot of peanuts.
No, I know. I'm just trying to make a joke.
Which weighs more, a pound of peanuts or a pound of feathers?
They all weigh the same.
Clearly the feathers, because a pound of peanuts is just a bunch of peanuts, but a pound of feathers, you have to live with what you did to those poor birds.
That's the weight of your, yeah, the murder you've done.
Real big steel is heavier than feathers energy here tonight.
The balanced diet is beets and peanut, right?
Well, technically,
CJ, can Nin turn back her light on? She was a 5'10" or a 10'5".
Yep, she's 10-5.
I actually have no idea how much I can carry.
So
if you go to your inventory tab, sorry.
yeah, it's at the bottom of your inventory tab. So you should see a division problem down there, 42.2,
Oh,
180.
I'm literally blind.
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah.
So I should take more food then. Okay, got it.
If you can see the little hash marks in there, in that bar, those are your marks of thirds. So if you go over the first third, you're encumbered. If you go over the second third, you're doubly so encumbered. You're carrying too much shit. Yes.
You should
Let's
go
wait
grab
for
some
the
food?
library.
She points over to this way.
And let's get behind a thick door.
There's no
Maybe
door.
you should carry some.
I'll get some stuff, jeez. We get out of
Please
here.
and thank you.
We're not gonna need it.
We can wait for the others to catch up with the food carrying.
She grabs
They're
some
helping it far away.
some food.
Din's got whatever rations she didn't give to people, so. And
Can I-
some blankets.
How much food did Leah pick up?
You don't know. You didn't check her. Are you gonna like search her?
Can I eye her?
You can eye her
See
up.
if her pockets are full?
Yeah, perception check her.
This is sight, so I have advantage, right?
Yes. Very important. Very important. Yes, she has taken several pounds of stuff. She looks at you and goes, "Why are you looking at me like that? Have something on my
I'm
face?"
so proud of you.
Okay, calm down. By the way, gang, we do have some bonuses. You guys know, you guys have 3 +3s, a +1, and a +2. So
Damn.
use them or lose them.
Nice.
Hey, that's an ominous time to be telling us that.
No, it's just when I happen to remember it. Brain damage.
Are these doors open?
It
The
is.
curtain.
It's a curtain.
Yeah. Is this the library?
This appears to be a library. I think I have
Great, but it's
descriptive
only got a
narrative for
door.
this. Let's see here. Behind the curtain is an austere library, well furnished and stocked from first glances. Bookshelves contain a variety of tomes and books. If you wanted to spend some time perusing some stacks, you could yield some interesting results.
I would love to search this.
Sure, yeah.
I would also love to search the library.
Okay.
Can I look at a magic person? Who's a magic person?
I was gonna say, Dart. When Dart sees that, is going to go look for Agna.
Would that be an investigation check?
Yes, you may make an investigation check.
Is there any way I could convince you to let me roll it with Arcana?
Only if you're investigating magic shit. So if, you know.
Agna, there's something magical that you should probably look at.
Great.
This way.
So, is this search or perception, CJ?
It would be investigation if you're trying to, like, peruse the stacks and look through the desks and that sort of thing. If you're actually searching the place, it's investigation. If you're just taking a look, it'd be perception.
She's
Oh,
searching.
Yeah.
Let's
I'll
see if the
I'll
dice are any
embed
kinder.
This too, if you let me roll this with Arcana.
Yeah, I'll let you check that with Arcana.
Yeah.
Crevice Maiden. What is that on the floor over there?
Well, let's see here.
One.
I'm getting new dice. These suck.
Is it related to this book?
So yes, you have there's a book on the table here. Go ahead and make your Arcana check, Agna.
Yes.
And then he
I
will-
was checking that it was at normal and not advantage.
Yep. Yes, it's normal check. Sorry. Ooh. Well, you gotta.
Can others make it?
Yes, if you've got the Arcana skill. Very nice. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and read out your results here. You guys have pretty much found everything. Good. You have found the following titles on the bookshelves. Congratulations. They are as follows: Of Bodices and Bustiers, Flora, Fauna, and Fungi of Krunth, the Karliger Warhound Trainer's Guide, A Compendium of Monster Parts, The Folds of the Heart, Riders of Eagles, The Seven Maidens' Journey to Aberanth, and those are the books that stand out to you. The desks have coins, calligrapher's tools, ink pens. There's a bag that you guys find behind one of the bookshelves with the ritual table and the magic circle. You see a tome that is clearly a book of spells. There are 2 skulls, 2 scrolls. The scrolls are bound with some blue ribbons. The candles are unlit. The most disturbing thing about it is the blood circle on the floor, triangles on different axes, circles within circles, geometric shapes that cause the mind to kind of swirl. Agna, you made a check on the magic circle, and so did Theophania. Both of you need to make sanity saves.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sure I'm so good at that.
You're 100% good at that.
It's a saving throw, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sanity is always a saving throw. Ooh. Very nice. Okay, you both pass. That's it. So any books you guys want to take? Reveal the general loot. And this here. Anybody light any lights in here?
All Noon's got is her candle.
And there's some braziers. You'd like to light those.
I'm gonna
Not
take.
particularly.
I want to take a look at that spell book.
Yeah.
Okay. Spell book.
Crevice Maiden, what's with the thing on the floor?
Sorry, was that at me?
Yes.
I don't actually know. I think based on it didn't sound like that was in the list of stuff that you were reading off.
It's just a blood circle, circles within circles. You can't make any sense of it from a magic standpoint.
Yeah. And I think, in fact, Crimson, when you ask her that question, it is the reason why Theophania is able to grab the fucking book before she does. It pulls her attention away for the split second. So she'll look at actually Theophania and go, "Do you mind if I flip through that?
I want to look at it.
Do you know anything about it?"
Well, I won't know until I've looked at it. You can't. You still need to read in your dreams.
Okay.
Can't you not read in dreams?
I've always been able to.
Are you sure they were dreams?
Well, I don't see how they could have been anything else.
Is there anything else on the table worth taking, or is it just the book?
There are 2 blank scrolls. They are made from very fine paper.
There's some calligraphical tools over on the other end if anyone knows scroll making. Is that useful?
Putting a pile of books here. Let's see. Fauna and fungi. The most important ones of bodices and bustiers and the folds of the heart. Those are the most important ones. Parlaggers.
Desperately need to know where that pile is so that I can get it.
It's here.
Don't take anything from it yet. I'm still putting books in it.
No worries, no worries. I'm not.
Well, this one and fucking nope, not that one. Where the fuck is it? Oh, the 7 mate. Right. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Just one too many books. 6, 7. 6. Yep. Save. There's your pile of books.
Hey, was this bag the one that the one behind the bookcase, the one that you were mentioning before?
Yes, it is the item pile that you're technically adjacent to, but there's a wall between you and it.
Got it.
Yeah. You got the... You are no longer
Crim's gonna
stuff.
go over to Spindleshanks and say, "Hey, Mumbler, you're not gonna look for anything?"
Just shrugs. He's kind of glancing around, but he doesn't seem wildly interested. He says, "Do demons keep anatomy books?"
There was one actually. Monster parts or something?
Yeah.
Compendium of monster parts. Come grab it.
Okay. Let's see if...
I actually would like this one. and Dart takes the Karlagar Warhound Trainer's Guide.
You do.
I guess that leaves me with Riders of Eagles.
That-
Which is not the book I wanted, but the book I ended up with.
That's one of my favorites, Sabria says.
Oh, good, Agna says, with so much joy in her heart.
And you should read her a
Read-
story.
It's a great story.
Sabria, is there anything we should know about this room? Any secret doors or anything?
No, there's just a secret space behind the bookcase back there that sometimes stuff gets lost in when it falls off the shelf and then gets pushed back there by the servants when they're not looking and they're but other than that, no secret doors on this floor.
Is this the ring for your family? And Dart will produce the signet ring he found in that pile.
Oh yes, that is that's ours.
That's
I believe
yours.
It is yours then, and Dart will hand over the ring.
She takes it.
Now, where is this hidden shelf she was talking about?
Oh, it's actually behind the
Back here,
yeah.
where I found the ring.
Yeah.
Was there anything else there?
Some coins, which I've divvied up.
Okay. Okay,
Dart will
this is
drop
not a...
the ring in front of her.
She takes it.
Cool. All right. Some useful things.
She says real quickly, so this is one of the three. This is no. The things that are the marks of our ducal station, the ring, sword, and the circlet. And Roganoi has the circlet.
Do they do
I
something
think he would
cool?
have the sword.
You know, my father had the sword.
What happened to your father?
She doesn't respond.
Yeah, I know that answer. I think it is time we leave.
Certainly.
I do just want to ask what I discovered about the circle in the book.
Oh yes, you rolled a 16. The magic circle, you can't make any sense of it. It seems like the scribblings of a madman. And the book itself, it's got 2 spells written in it, light and message. And otherwise it's blank.
Oh, useful.
Yes.
I would also like to take a look at the circle.
Sure, yeah. Let's see, for you it's an Arcana check, and then a Sanity saving throw.
Well, that's a terrible Arcana check.
Yep. Sanity save?
And if I can get it to... There we go. Sanity. Terrible sanity save.
Okay. You're a bit entranced by it, but you don't seem to be suffering from any adverse effects from looking.
So, part of Spindleshank's background, which I think we discussed briefly at some point, is that he's got a lot of tattoos, even some brands and scarred tissue, in various occult characters. By the fact, the Arcano, I assume, would mean that I don't recognize this at all.
No, you do not.
Do I recognize any components of it?
No, not with that Arcana roll. But you do kind of
Okay.
start obsessing a little bit, turning it over. Maybe not obsessing, but you're turning it over in your head a little bit, thinking, processing it kind of in the background.
I'm going to try to memorize it.
Sure. Yeah, easy enough. For a character with your intelligence score, yes, easy enough.
Right.
You guys trying to move on?
Yes.
Nin is going to peek out into the hallway and see if she sees or hears anything.
Not see anything? Go ahead and make a perception check.
Do I get advantage with that since it's listening?
For listening, yes. You do not hear anybody.
I will take that. These are much better dice.
You do, especially do not hear that large humming creature.
Oh, good. Do I hear anything?
Nope.
Okay, so which way do we go from here?
There's only one way back to that stairwell. Sorry if Sabria was going to say something.
She says, "Oh, no, it's okay. It's just the central staircase down."
All right.
Sabria, what's up?
What's up?
Up the staircase.
Oh, that would be the roof. It's just, you know, sometimes we used to have like a ballista and a mangonel there and fire off stuff into the forest. Not really a whole. Really get something to fire far from up. Advance, see the whole countryside.
It's good to know.
Can't survive the drop off the bridge. I don't think we can survive a drop off the roof.
Nope, down we go.
Nope.
No. Hadrian says, "I didn't see anybody come by. Nice and quiet."
Thank fuck
Oh,
for
good.
that.
Oh, instead of making you guys drag yourselves all the way over there, I'm just going to go ahead and say, because narratively, you make it to the central staircase and you see down
Yay!
to the next floor. Go ahead and
Thank you, GM.
load that for you. You guys are coming. Slowly coming. There you go. Here. Alright. Here. Agna here. Kindle there. Euphania back there. I'm gonna leave Adrian and Layla off the map just to save on mint bullshit, but they're with you.
Sure.
Oh. You guys can see? You guys all over here? Good. Okay.
Well, wait, can I get my light back?
I suppose.
Is there...
And you...
There used to be a way to apply a torch around yourself, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if...
Also like my candle back, please.
Yes, sir. Sorry. Working on it. Alright.
Light.
And you got a light too. This little light. Dart did not. Crimson did not. Theophania did. Though
Light I had was my big brilliant smile.
Theophania, while you bring up your candle, you feel something grab your hand, and whisper to you, "You don't need that."
Oh, yeah. All right. And she snuffs the candle out.
Okay.
Interesting.
Nobody else hears
Meta.
that.
Fair, fair.
Okay. And maybe wondering if you're watching why most of can see, despite how much darkness there is, supposedly. It's because Crimson can see fucking everything with her
Crimson or?
Crimson can see fucking everything
Yeah.
in her bright vision. She's dark vision is 60 feet, and she chose a color that was very bright.
I chose
Wow.
nothing.
You did choose the color was fairly. You said I want a color that's very bright, and then I picked one for you. So
It has to be pink though.
I think it's light blue. We talked about light blue. That's Agna who's coming off with lilac.
Ah. Crevice Maiden. Stay close to me.
Does Hadrian have a shield, if I recall correctly?
He does not.
If this is a shield on the ground that looks serviceable,
It is.
Dart's gonna take it up and immediately give it to Hadrian. And if it, can you use this?
It says, yeah, I could. Yeah.
Okay.
There's.
Dart will.
He points over at the cabinet and the chest over there. There's some other. I see. Some of us are trying to move on, just fucking immediately, but we might as well loot as much as we can.
Wait a sec.
Are we trying to get supplies to fight back?
Yes.
To survive, more or less.
There's a lot of stuff here on this floor, but there's a there's a door on the other side on this wall. Points at this wall. I don't remember where the latch is. Right.
Dart will start scanning the wall looking for it.
Investigation checks.
Alright.
Sabrina, Sabra, what's this door over here?
My name's Sabria.
I'm sorry. My
That leads-
apologies.
Leads to the hall. The hall has the well and cistern. It has the servants' quarters, the major domo's quarters. I don't know if it's intact, but we have a dairy here where we make cheese. There's some prep rooms, and then there's the great hall. There's a little chapel, kitchen, entryway. Anyone else searching for that door or no? Is that everybody?
I would gladly search for it, but the site is being kludgy as F.
I don't know how to stop it from being kludgy. What were you saying,
I know.
D?
I forgot to add guidance to myself, so I will just add the 1d4 on top of it.
Okay.
What do we need to find the door?
It's investigation.
Ah, okay. You will see what I get for normal.
Let's see. You guys have been moving so fast, I haven't had a chance to do my narratives.
Oh, for
5. Yeah, that's really bad. 15. Let's see.
Mine
for a
will also be
door?
15.
Sorry, I'm reading. Patience. Your arrival on the second floor was greeted by screams. Your arrival on the first is greeted by silence. Okay. Yes, the 15s, the two 15s, have found the latch in the wall. Let's see. It's part 8. Yes. So, as you're kind of handing along the wall there, both of you come to this spot over here, kind of stumbling over this chest full of stuff. A bunch of things fall out onto the floor as you do so. You guys have also like opened this cabinet, thrown everything on the floor, expecting to see that was like behind the cabinet, in the very secret bookshelf leads to secret door kind of style. But as you're pawing along the wall, you find a space that is darker, and your hands slip in. You pull a lever, and the door opens.
Incredible. Well, shit.
Yes. You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Dart. Yep, you.
Little old me?
Yep. I'm just gonna pause while this is happening. You guys are just moving around a lot.
23.
23. Okay. So, let's see here. You pass. You duck under a ballista bolt that was fired as you stepped into the space. You stepped in. A tripwire went off. The ballista bolt fired. You ducked in time, and there is a 10-foot long ballista bolt in the wall just above your head.
Dart moves like he moves with a speed and grace you have never seen him move with before in the hour and a half you've known him. Well, that was lucky. I suppose we should check for tripwires next time.
Yes, perhaps we should. That was very impressive.
Oh,
So,
you know. Oh, you know.
sick? I didn't hear you. Cut out.
Sabria, did you know that would happen?
No.
Oh boy.
It makes sense though. That they would trap that. It's kind of a secret. It's... Anyway, you guys found some stuff.
I am curious. Dart would, as soon as he opens this chest and sees the Weaver's tools inside, are they familiar Weaver's tools or just random Weaver's tools?
They are random. They're not familiar to him.
Damn. Alright.
Can you unpause the game, CJ?
I can. I do want to remind you guys that when you move about freely, you may trigger stuff. So try to keep together.
For sure.
Yeah, I know it's very tempting to explore the dungeon, but I've done that on purpose. This is your free warning that if you do that and you go into a room by yourself, do not expect for me to save you and bring everyone to you. You will get ripped to shreds as you deserve. So, there is your warning.
Everyone
Okay.
grab a cloak, or everyone grab some cold weather clothing, I guess.
That in a backpack.
Pro tip, if you put stuff in the backpack up to its capacity, it is functionally weightless. Really helps with encumbrance.
It does. It does do that.
How do you do that?
When
You click the... Oh, sorry.
when you open it up, you click the edit button for it, and then you can drag and drop stuff in there. The edit button is on the far right side of the inventory list. It's right next to the trash can, so don't click the trash can.
That is so nice.
So you can, like, oh, I guess edit.
And then drag and drop the item into the bag.
Oh my god, that's sick.
What is wrong with you?
Are you talking to the game?
No, I'm talking to my laptop.
Huh.
It says Mozilla not responding.
Oh no. Brian, I have given Spindle Shanks a backpack and some warm weather clothing.
Appreciate it. It doesn't seem to want to let me pick up any of this stuff.
It's okay. I'll help.
You're not the only one having issues, babe.
There are a bunch of tools in the other chest. Supplies for brewers, alchemy, herbalism, navigator's tools, playing cards, some thieves' tools. If anybody wants that stuff, let me know.
I do.
Yeah, very much so. Nin wants the thieves' tools.
Okay. Nin will take a set of thieves' tools. The game's working for you. Let me know, but I will do it because it's much faster for me.
Please.
Thieves' tools for Nin. Anything else for Nin?
Is there a spare backpack?
Yes, there is a spare backpack in the other thing.
She would like a spare backpack and to put the blankets that she's been carrying around in there.
Okay.
And is there any weapons or anything?
No weapons.
Take what we can get.
There is cold weather clothing, however, which I think we should all take.
Here's a bunch.
Yes. Who has a bunch of them?
You do.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
Okay. And did you want a set of navigator's tools, Nin?
Sure.
You have that.
Yep.
I'm gonna clear the chat log. I see a lot of stuff's happening with people clicking on some things, stuff and things. And navigator's tools are set to 0. And I'm sure Spindle Shanks wants the alchemy supplies, the brewer supplies, and the herbalism. Yep.
Yes. And the deck of cards, because why not?
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, done. Updated, closed. That should take care of that pile. And that pile. Okay.
Everyone
Okay,
has a backpack and cold weather clothing.
You should.
Not yet.
You do.
It's not showing up in my inventory.
Okay, well, I'll give you a backpack and some clothing. I'm gonna fucking throw every item that I've placed on this dungeon into somewhere else and just... I tried to make it as diegetic as possible, and it's just not working for half the group, and I know that's a technical difficulty, but it's also ruining people's immersions, i.e. you players' immersions. So I don't want that to be the case. I want you guys to be having fun instead of worrying about the technology. So yeah, I'll have to import the cold weather clothing from somewhere else.
Okay, good. My laptop froze, and now it's starting to behave again. So yay!
There you go. Okay. Right. So you guys search the room, take the stuff. You have cold weather clothing. You grabbed a bunch of tools. You set off the trap. You've moved into this room here, essentially.
We have food and water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dart will ask Nin if she can look for more traps as we move further into that room.
Sabria hides behind Crimson.
Sure. Nin would be glad to. Nin's player, on the other hand, has trepidation.
I'll guidance that. I'll give you the +4. Or the 1d4.
You got this, danger girl.
Thank you.
Everybody's getting nicknames from Crimson.
Okay. When the game is unpaused, what does she
Oh.
need to roll?
Shit, that's me. Yeah. Go ahead. What were you doing again? Sorry, my brain fully stopped.
Looking for traps.
Oh, yes, that would be a perception check if you're looking for additional traps.
Yes, I am. Normal or with advantage?
Why would you have advantage?
I would be willing to assist with that.
Sure.
My senses.
Sure, yeah. Advantage then. See, Lee
I
can't,
will take that.
Lee can't help himself but to try to maximize success, thereby leading to his eventual revelation of what's going on with Dart. He's just a normal boy. With a natural 20, that you find that the one trap that was in the room, Dart has already triggered.
Well done, Dart. Well done, you didn't die.
So
Oh, you know.
it's a 10-foot ballista bolt.
They are so big, they move pretty slow.
Uh-huh.
Suppose, yeah, just start searching this room.
It is
Not
a...
far.
It is WYSIWYG. There's a ballista, there's a body in the corner, there's some mushrooms, there's some barrels.
More Sproinglers? Native grown Sproingler?
Comes in.
I'm gonna look at that body.
Look at that body. Go ahead and make a medicine check for me if you'd like.
Yeah.
And at the mention of a body, perhaps Spindleshanks, you may want to do the same.
Except that I've lost Foundry again.
I can tell you what your modifier is if you'd like to roll a real die.
Sure.
You don't
Hold
have
on,
to.
I gotta go out in the other room.
No, you don't. It's fine. I trust him. It's fine.
Okay. I was willing to.
It's okay. I don't know.
I rolled a 10.
Okay, you get a +4, so 14. And then Agna, you have a 10 as well. Did you roll a 3? Your bonuses are doing all the heavy lifting on that.
Really, I'm rolling like shit today.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. With a 14, you find that the man here died of no obvious wounds or disease. Spindleshanks, there's blood coming from the nose, eyes, and ears, suggesting a psychic attack of some kind. But that's about it.
I want to... I don't have a cleaver or anything, do I?
I think you have a knife.
Yeah, it's hard to take the top of a skull off with just a knife.
Yeah, you got a short sword and you got a rapier, but you don't have like a thick, heavy cleaver that's for dissecting a
Doesn't
man.
someone have an axe?
Further
No.
examination will have to be foregone.
Anyone else want to do anything in this room?
I'm checking
Crimson?
these barrels.
Dart, go ahead and roll for me. Sin, what are you saying?
Oh, this area she's standing in front of. What is that?
That is a curtain that leads to a door.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, you could step through the curtain to the door if you'd like. Crimson, was there anything you wanted to do in this room?
I just want to remind the other players that we do have bonuses, real quick, from people redeeming stuff.
Yes.
So.
This is true.
Bunch of +3s. You have 3 +3s, you have 1 +2, and you have 1 +1.
I'd say juicing it to learn more about this psychic threat might be worth it.
So add a +3 to
That's a-
Spindleshanks' roll.
Well, if
Make it a 17?
well, yeah, but that would be medicine.
Oh.
If he's already determined that it's probably a psychic attack, so that would fall under the category of Arcana, which would give you a new roll.
I would
Okay.
try that out. I'm happy to try.
For it.
Go for it, girlfriend.
Use the +3.
There we go.
29.
There we go.
Nah, not with a 17.
26 then. With a 26, you, Agna, you specifically recall a passage in a profane text that kind of reminds you of something called a Death Singer. It is a demon of Ahil, which can kill you with a song. All you have to do is hear the song, and you will die.
Agna turns to Spindleshanks, and she goes, "Beats me."
Insight check.
Go ahead. And this is against your deception, Agna. No two bones about it. You're actively trying to deceive this man. Oh boy. Insight 22. I don't know why you choose the lie. Oh my god!
Oh.
Are you serious? Did I roll a nat 20 on that?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
did.
Yes, you
Yeah.
And he still beats you with a 22.
Where's the -2 coming from?
Because her charisma's in the
Yeah,
or her deception's in the toilet.
yeah, but I rolled with a guidance, and that was a 1d4, and I rolled a 4 on it, so I'm seeing.
You rolled
Oh,
a
wait,
3.
no. Oh, I'm behind. Sorry, I'm behind on that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's so very close. It's so very close. But Spindleshanks does win this one out with a 22 over your 21. You're pretty sure that was a lie. But
I mean, I don't trust any of these people anyway.
yeah, so that hasn't
But I'm
changed.
pleased to know. I'm pleased to know I can tell she's lying.
Yeah.
I just nod and say, well, perhaps we'll find out before we leave here. And then I pick up the guy's head and smash it against the ground a couple of times to crack his skull,
Okay.
and use my knife to cut the scalp away so I can look at his brain.
So Bria backs up and goes,
Way.
"Oh my, oh no."
Ew.
Yes, the brain is goop. There's goop in there.
Mm. I stir the goop around a bit with the point of my knife.
Yeah. Anybody watching this?
Yes.
Okay.
Art
Sa-
is looking through these barrels.
There's nothing in the barrels. You open them, they're empty, unfortunately.
God damn it.
For the third time, I'm sorry. I know you've asked 3 times and I've been sidetracked.
She's definitely covering Sabria's eyes, but she's watching.
Yeah, so those of you watching this madness, definitely... I'm not going to make him roll a sanity saving throw, but this is pretty close to the kind of content that would make you roll a sanity saving throw. Yeah, so it's just like, okay, what the fuck?
How long has he been dead?
Well, a while, but he hasn't been decomposing.
I'm going to cut off a bit of the brain and sniff it.
It smells like brain. But it does not smell
I
like raw.
eat it and continue to inspect his body.
Okay. Gross.
You get fucking prion diseases.
There's not a whole else lot going on with the body. The body's fully intact.
Unfortunately, Lee, we have not yet discovered prion diseases, and I'm the only doctor around.
If you're done with that, do you know what those mushrooms do? I only recognize sprinklers.
I'll stand up and go take a look at the mushrooms. That would be nature.
Yes.
Oh, I have that too, actually. I could roll that.
How does a 1 work for you?
You don't give a shit about mushrooms. What are you even doing? Go back to the body.
I give them a cursory look and say they get you really high, and walk off.
Fine, I'll look myself.
These mushrooms are your pretty aggressive, like, black mold.
Alright, nobody breathe that in. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yup.
No, so I was right. They do get you really high
In a bad
before
way.
they kill you.
Yeah, in a
Yeah.
bad way.
Okay, Nin has been looking at this door.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Sabria, do you know what's through this door?
I wasn't allowed back there because I was, I wasn't supposed to be fighting or anything like that. That's kind of where our war room is. So,
Nin is going to very gently open the door
okay.
and look around before she does anything.
Make an investigation check while I read your narrative for you.
Très bien. Investigation. Normal.
Well,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
because it's so dark, you can't actually see what's in there. But Dart's on the other side of the curtain, and he can't see what's in there either.
Even with my tiny lantern.
Yeah,
My skull lantern, I can't see anything.
You see just a bare minimum of a rack of weapons to your left. Maybe you'd have to step in, see anything else.
And traps?
As far as traps are concerned, there's no trap at the door.
All right. If the GM would unpause the game, please.
Yes. I
He
have
is
to
going to.
I have to pause the
Take
game to put the brakes on you specifically, son.
Hey,
Miss zooms around the map.
I was being good. I was behaving. So what's this?
This is a desk.
Dibs on wizard hat.
She's gonna search the desk.
You are not beating the allegations, Lee. I would also like to search.
Emma,
the desk.
thank you.
Yeah, you
I'd
guys,
love me a good old
Investigation?
search.
you guys can search the room if you like. This is generally the road of things. If you would like to search the room, declare, I am going to search the room. Then you may roll investigation check. If someone is helping you roll, one of you may roll at advantage.
I'll help Ogna, I suppose.
And if you'd like
So,
to do anything
investigation.
else with the room, you can declare that.
Oh,
Jeez, Sin, you were just fucking swinging and missing.
and I changed dice too.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, instead of helping, I think I'll do my scavenger roll if that gets us something else.
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, would scavenger make any difference?
It would.
For me?
It would do something else, yes.
Where would I roll that since I don't see it?
It is a survival check at advantage.
Ah, okay. That I can do.
Rhea says, I know I can see in the dark, but is there any particular reason why we're not lighting any lights for those of you who can't?
Because
Well-
haven't you ever heard of ghosts?
Yeah, I've... Ghosts? Why are there ghosts in here? Looks around.
Oh, that's a lot better.
Yes, I see a ghost.
It's the ghost.
He eats brains.
Okay,
He's standing over there.
Nin has her light going, so she's ignoring you for searching things.
I'm just kidding. He's not a ghost. Probably. Maybe.
Mm.
Are you saying I'm a ghost?
No. Mr. Chompy McChomperson over there is the ghost.
Hmm?
The mumbler.
That's Dr. Chompy McChomperson.
I can't believe they let that man in the... She looks around and kind of moves over here, this body, and kind of falls on her knees and kind of just sits there. You guys did search the room. You have found stuff and things. So, what do you talk while I kind of Divide the list. You guys have a tendency to talk over each other. So, let's see here. Got a planning desk, we got a war desk, we got the empty desk, so this one's the empty one. We got the planning one here. We got the war one here. There are racks. Spindleshanks is standing next to them. They have weapons on them. There are some books scattered about. And the bodies are like the one in the hallway. There's two bodies, one here, one here. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. There's some rations in the, some coal in the chests here, so fuel. There's oil, there's water, there's a sword on the table there. There is a longbow over here. Spindleshanks, I got a second. There's a halberd on that rack. I'm just going to shift it over to that one. There's a book there. There's this sword.
I would like to examine the bodies.
Okay. Which one do you approach first?
Furthest one from me.
The farthest one from you? This one over here in the corner?
Yes.
I think as Spindleshanks tries to approach, Dart is going to hold up a hand and basically, like, stop him as Sabria is still, like, appearing in shock and say, check the other one first.
He's going to look down at your hand, look up at you. Move.
She picks
No.
up the rapier and turns around and points at you and says, I will not let you defile my brother. I'm just gonna move.
Do you want to know what killed him?
I don't care.
I imagine the
you're
same
female.
thing as what killed everyone else. Sabria,
Stand
is
in the
that
way of medical science.
Sabria, is that rapier another one of the symbols of office?
Mine, says.
Your symbol of office or your brother's?
It's mine now.
Of course.
I laugh and go check the other corpse.
Oh, you can make a medicine check. Yeah, so this stuff you can take if you'd like. As for the scavenger searches, you guys do find some interesting stuff here. Pull out a couple of potions.
Ooh. Nin would like to take the short sword in front of her.
Sure. Crimson, I know.
And the potion of healing.
Yes, I know the searching is not really Crimson's whole deal here. And Theophania, I know you went straight for that book. And Agna
I
went
did.
straight for that book too. Are you guys doing that whole, like...
Word book. It's not of interest to me if somebody else wants it.
Oh, okay. And, yeah. The Crimson
Is
Wild...
there any armor
No,
in here of any kind?
no. So Crimson, while they're all searching the place, what are you doing?
Well, it seems like everyone's in such a bad mood. Is it safe to do my deed?
Oh my god.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Don't ask me, just do it.
Well, can I do some purpose check or something to make sure I'm not gonna just kill all of us?
Wisdom saving throw?
Okay, we're doing it, man. Okay, look. Everybody. We need to just calm down and be bestest of friends. Okay, well, looks like I've got to take one for the team. I saw it in the kitchen, a real life phantom. It's knocking on the walls now. Didn't think it could be loud. It doesn't need to breathe air, a real reason to be scared. I think I drank all my beer. I no longer feel safe here. We might need an exorcist. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. I think the priest already ran, cause he doesn't think he can take care of this problem. It's a race to the bottom for all these clerics, though they are heretics. But what choice do we have? The ghost starts to laugh. The magics don't work. Now it thinks I'm a jerk. I think we need an exorcist. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Spindle Shanks just stares at her.
Dude,
Well, that was different.
what's all this about an exorcist?
Well, clearly this place is haunted by ghosts and people that eat brains.
Why?
Because it is.
What makes you say that?
He just ate a brain 5 minutes ago.
You'd be surprised what you can learn by the taste of someone's brains.
I think he's just like that.
I think he's cursed.
I flash one of my creepier tattoos.
Good.
Oh.
Peyton told me.
What was that? Oh.
What is in front of Nin? Is that a bookcase or a bed or what? CJ?
Oh, that's logs and shit for burning in that brazier next to you.
Okay.
I've been kind of talking for a little bit, but apparently I've physically muted myself. So, anyway, yes, the it's a very quiet room here. Medicine check for the body was a 15. It's the same state as the other one. As you guys have searched this room thoroughly, that is all that can be found here, unless you guys want to take a look at the desks and see what you can learn from those.
Yes, please.
Ooh.
Okay. These would both be intelligence checks. So, one's a tool check, though. So, who would like to be doing that? Figure it out.
When you say a tool check, what kind of tool check?
Cartography or navigator's tools for the map table.
I do not got
Have
any of that.
navigator's tool.
Yeah.
I have navigator's tools. Which one is this the map table?
Yes, this one.
Or is this the book?
This is the map
Okay,
table.
I've got the navigator tools. Does that give me an advantage?
No, it just lets you make the check.
Ah, okay.
You are to...
Ability check. Let's see if the dice have improved any. Yes!
Okay, and with your proficiency in your navigator's tools, that's +2, so that's a total of 19. You have found maps that detail the duchy. Several of them are of local areas. Some focus on the border specifically. You gain an understanding of this region, from where supply caches have been hidden to where resistant groups are supposed to meet if the duchy's defenses are overwhelmed by the enemy. There's also a route marked from getting non-combatants to safety, with alternate routes available depending on the situation. The maps are a few years old, obviously last updated by the folks in this room before they died, and they will be valuable no matter what you choose to do with them.
Take them.
Right there. And the other table, who was going to roll for that one?
Yes, me. It was an intelligence, straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence.
Okie
What we got?
I think it's worth juicing that as well. +3.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So bring it up to 18.
I think that is
Yeah, that's how that works.
2 of your +3s. So gives you 1 left, 1 1, and 1 2.
1 of each. Okay.
So this has several documents on it that detail plans for holding off the enemy advance. Most are focused on ambushes, traps in the countryside, and such. Techniques that would normally be considered dishonorable. However, the underlying trend is to use as few resources as possible in order to draw the conflict out longer. The idea being that reinforcements would arrive if they can hold out. Many of these plans are from the early 1040s, when the war was just beginning. It is obvious the Madronex family knew they were the cornerstone of defense for the nation here in the southwest. The reports indicate that they fought under the assumption that reinforcements would arrive from Helcorth sooner than it did. Finally, there is a reference to an intelligence memo that indicates the nation should abandon the south and evacuate as many people as possible into the northern half of the country. Based on that report, the Madronex's copy of this memorandum was never received. Though it indicated the heirs were secured, it seems that no one had stopped the Duke and his family from returning to the duchy after court that year. Final notes are in regards to the missing key intelligence that they were supposed to receive that would have helped them make decisions about the defense of their duchy and whether or not to move forward with certain plans they already had in the wings. Final reports show that at every turn the enemy either had foreknowledge of their plans, thus foiling their ambushes, or had overwhelmed their forces. Enemy force composition was stronger than expected, numbering at 2 full legions rather than 1, and they were wrong about who was supposed to be leading the enemy advances. In short, they were not ready for Senricudians or Pain Knights. They were expecting more Vex Terrakans.
Is this being read out loud by someone?
This is
super not.
no, this is straight download into Agna's brain.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see the progress bar filling up slowly, goes backwards, goes forwards again. I will send you the text. Agna.
Yes, that would be great. My gut reaction to that is that this wasn't a case of necessarily information not getting to them in time, but perhaps outright somebody did not inform them. There feels to me like a sense of betrayal here, as opposed to just like a general misstep or a general issue with logistics. Is that fair from the description you've given me, or is that giving up too much of the goat?
I want you to make an insight check.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so good at insight.
You should be. You're a cleric.
Oh, I am actually.
Why are you saying it with such sarcasm? You better be. Yeah. So you're seeing like a couple of different personalities in these reports and in these notes. There is definitely a personality here on paper that is angry and feels betrayed. That they didn't get the things that they should have gotten in time. They would have made different decisions. Things would have been different. The heirs would have been secured, for example. Obviously not, because there's one right fucking there. Right? So there's merit. Well, there's 2 right there. There's the one that she's standing over and herself. Right? So there's merit to that take. There's also a different take here of there were missteps in the communications. Stuff got sent, wasn't received, or got there too late. Based on the chaos of what happened in the South a few years ago, of how things happened, it could have just been lost in the chaos. But by the time they got the information they were supposed to get, it was too late. But there is a running streak that someone had like someone knew something they shouldn't have on the enemy's side. Like they knew where the ambushes were. They knew what was going to happen before it happened. like the enemy had foreknowledge. For you, this is just information just for you.
Ooh.
This rings true because a lot of the texts you've read, many of them are prophetic, and depending on what time in history you're reading the prophecies about, that stuff has always come true 100% of the time. They are always right about when stuff happens and how it happens and what the outcomes are. Always. It's eerie. You realize now, looking back, that many things that happened you should have known before they happened. You're probably having a little bit of a moment here looking at this and realizing these people, if they had known what you had known, they would have done something different, so why didn't you?
I think Agna will shove some of those papers into her backpack.
Sure.
Probably a little angrier than she should. And turn to whoever is closest and say, we need to keep moving. We need to get out of here.
Anyone use this thing? It's big and heavy, and I have no idea what the hell to do with it.
Adrian?
He says, it's not my weight class.
There's more water over here if anyone needs it.
Well, obviously we need to give this to Layla.
Layla looks at you like, there's no way I can handle that.
You just gotta believe.
I'm not, no, I'm gonna drop it. It's gonna make a loud clanging noise. And then some scrumgore's gonna shove a fork up my ass. No thank you.
Alright. Dart will look around because he did pick up the longbow. Are there any arrows?
No.
No. Okay.
There were some arrows upstairs.
Yep.
Might as well be a mile away, Adrian says.
Indeed.
This is true.
I've got a gun, but
Alright.
no bullets.
Let's go.
Yeah, next
That
one.
means it's a hammer. Alright, so is there another
Anyone
way
who's
out
not
of
laid
here?
down, there's some more rations.
What'd you say, son?
I said, is there another way out of here or back to where we came?
Yeah, there's
Door
more.
over here.
Okay.
Sabria, are you okay?
She's got a wild look in her eye.
Well,
Alright. Is this another curtain or what is it?
It is a door. You may open the door if you'd like. All you have to do is...
I would love to listen at it first.
Okay.
Oh
Make-
god, yes.
Yeah, you can make a perception check. While you guys are listening at the door, Sabria grabs your wrist, Crimson, and kind of just like holds you.
oh, it's okay.
Not in a...
Dart, why do you keep getting it set advantage?
Because he's listening.
Okay, so that's true. I get advantage because I'm listening.
No, you don't. Why would you get the advantage because you're listening?
You said I did.
No, you don't. He gets it for a reason. You don't.
Do you want me to re-roll?
No, that's fine. You guys got the same thing. You don't hear anything on the other side of that door.
Alright.
Yeah, something.
So
You got cut off, Crimson. I heard you
Alright,
say
asked-
something, but
I'm asking Sabria if something's wrong.
he just keeps looking at you and looking at Spindleshanks.
Don't worry, if he does anything, I will beat him up for you.
If I'm close enough to hear it, I arch an eyebrow and say, we can make arrangements later.
Oh, it's best not to stress the fabric of this all with strife and violence. Don't we have enough of that in the waking world?
You feel a hard grip on your shoulder, Theophania.
Oh,
I would agree, actually, Theophania.
Art. Art.
Hmm?
You just went into a room.
Yep.
Yeah. Does he need to check? Oh, why, Game Master?
Oh no, nothing happened to him.
Sometimes you just get lucky, I guess.
So this room is
Nin.
very WYSIWYG. There's crates. There's. I put it on the
Bedrolls?
Yeah, there's bedrolls. There's barrels. And
Any of it worth searching?
yeah, there's a big chest of gold there. That's a cooking pot
Can't
there.
eat gold.
No, there's a cistern here. This looks like a room, sort of like a modern safe room. So modern day
There-
safe room. This is the equivalent in the medieval version.
All right. Nin is going to search the chests.
Sure, yeah. No roll required on this one. Nothing is hidden.
Color.
Okay.
That's for the whole room. That chest.
Hmm. What about the crates?
That's for the whole room.
Oh,
Split it all 6 ways.
Split currency 6 ways.
I guess so.
And then healing potions. A healing potion and a cloak of protection.
Can Nin take the cloak of protection?
What's your AC?
My AC is, come on, shade back in, please.
It's 15.
15 with a HP of 20.
Mine is 15 with an HP of 18.
There are a couple people here with ACs of 13.
that would be me, yeah.
And somebody here with an AC of 11 right now.
Who has 11?
That would be Crimson. She doesn't have armor on because everybody else took the armor.
That is true.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Crimson gets the cloak of protection.
Hey.
I'd like to roll up one of the bedrolls.
Sure, yeah.
Actually, Dart's also not wearing armor.
But,
Aren't you a monk?
but his armor class is so much higher.
You don't know what that is.
Where are the bedrolls?
They're over here. If you want one, just let me know and I will give you one.
I do.
I would
I
like
would like
one.
one.
Yeah.
Does everybody want one?
And
Yes.
Okay.
yes, how? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great. There's enough for us and for Sabrea.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
fuck
we have
Adrian and
2 other people
Angela.
there.
Yeah, fuck Adrian and my brain stopped. What was her name?
Layla.
Layla, that's right.
That's okay. Din has blankets.
My head was like, yeah, it starts with an L, but it's not Lillian though. That was Apostate's character.
Oh.
She went to college.
She went to college, yeah.
Can I actually use this cloak of protection?
You can, yes.
It says not proficient.
Well, it's because you're not attuned to it, that's all.
Okay.
You just need to attune to it.
Is Sabria still in the other room?
Yes, she has not left the other room.
Okay, I will go back to Sabria.
2 questions. One, why
Mhm.
do I have 2 backpacks?
Because
And-
of fuckery with Foundry.
And two, how the hell do I put things in my backpack?
You take the to put something in your backpack, you click on the edit button, and then
Uh-huh.
you drag and drop the thing into that backpack. You have one with some cold weather clothing. I'm going to make that one your one bag. And you just click on the edit button, you drag and drop the item into that bag, and that'll put it in there. Yeah, let me put your cloak of protection on you, Crimson.
If folks are done with the item gathering, what's the deal with this cistern?
It is a... Well, there's no bucket and line, but it's where water would be gathered in there. Look down it. Not see any... It's dark down there. Just to light any lights other than and shit they're holding. You can't really see what's going on. It just looks like there should be water, though. Kind of hear water. You know, the drip, drip, drip of caves and such.
You can tell me if you would allow this, but I want to cast Sacred Flame down the well to see if I can get a sense of how far it goes.
Yeah, sure. You kind of look down there and you don't really have much of a target. You get a little burst of light in there. It's maybe 10 feet down the water level. You are in winter, so that seems about right. It's basically a full cistern.
Got it. It doesn't seem like there's any... It does not seem like this is a way out, is I guess what I am getting at.
No, cisterns technically do not lead to outside unless it's a cavern that is natural. It may in those cases, but this one appears to be built.
Yep, okay. That's what I wanted to figure out, so that's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this trap door Nin's in front of?
That is a trapdoor. You could open that if you'd like.
Gonna check it for traps first.
Or a perception check.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you okay?
No.
Oh, for...
Sabria's standing over a corpse right now, right?
Yes.
That's your brother?
Yes.
You don't want to leave him here, do you?
Hmm.
Well, we could do one thing to try and put him to peace if you want to try that.
Yeah.
Okay. What I can do, and this is totally up to you because it's your brother. We could set it on fire so that way he can like pass a bit easier and no one messes with the body. Would that make you feel better?
She nods.
Okay. All right.
Or- If I might interject, Crimson. Does the body have some kind of like heraldry or insignia?
Yeah, there's the heraldry on the shoulder is typical for Corinthian nobility to have stuff on the shoulder. It is the colors and symbol of the house. So there's the scythe and sword on an onyx field, and the scythe and sword of gold.
If you like, Sabria, I can gather something for you to wear to remember him as well.
She nods.
Dart will use the weaver's kit. Basically, just like I've got like shears now. I can quickly cut out the heraldry, and fashion it into a small little like scarf or ascot or patch that she can wear on her clothing.
Sure.
Perhaps we keep it mostly hidden for the time being, and I'll layer it under other stuff.
Not.
He'll always be close to you.
Thank you.
My parents made that for him. I miss them too.
Bria, do you want to watch or do you want to leave the room? No shame either way.
She gets up, kind of sniffs deeply, and walks over to the desk here and kind of stands by the desk, not facing the body.
Okay. I'm gonna use Crimson's gonna use Firebolt on the body.
Okay. Use Firebolt on the body, it catches flame, and it begins to burn.
Alright, Crimson's just gonna watch it burn and make sure it doesn't spread.
Okay. Nin has a completely fucked up roll, but she doesn't know that, so she's gonna try and open the trap door.
Okay, you open the trap door. Yeah, you didn't find any traps on your look through.
Gah!
And there is no no trap that goes off. Fine.
At that time.
At that time, yes, it leads to what appears to be an underground passageway. Not the same thing as a sally port. Sally port is a means to attack. This appears to be an escape route.
Well, that's our lucky day.
Where's the princess?
Saying goodbye to her brother with Crimson.
Ah, yeah. When they're done with that, hopefully it won't attract anything. We can ask her if she knows about this.
She wasn't allowed in here, she said.
That doesn't mean she doesn't know about it.
Understood. However, Dart will turn to Sabria. Did your parents ever tell you about an escape route?
Yeah, there's one that runs under the castle and into the forest nearby and by the river.
Good enough for me.
You mentioned there were other rooms north of here. The major domos, the several other... do you think anyone might be alive, anyone might be able to help, or there might be any other supplies we might gather?
I know that there's more supplies in the rest of the castle. The major demos stuff, its keys and things would let us into any rooms that are locked. There's some weapons in readying room before the hall. That's about it, other than what we could scavenge from the kitchen.
Set of keys might be useful if we're leaving.
Would it? If it's an escape route, do you think there's a lock on the other end?
I would, in case it was come across accidentally.
I
How far-
wouldn't,
Yeah.
simply because there might be children going through it.
I
Would they
think we take
expect
our
the child to be
chances.
taking it alone?
Since I know for a fact that has happened, quite possibly.
We're not
enough.
here to map the whole place out. We're here to. We're trying to get out of here. I don't think we
I
need
want to leave this
search
place quite badly.
keys.
Yeah, that makes sense. I suppose Nin and Agna could make an insight check.
You bet your ass I am.
While that's all happening, Theophania, what are you thinking about?
She's kind of like, because I have a club at the moment, and she's looking at the club, and she's thinking, it's not super useful. And she's thinking a little bit about spindle shanks, and the brain eating.
I think I still have a +4. Can I roll that? Or did that go away?
The D4, that would be from guidance. That would be something that Agna
Yeah.
would have.
On myself.
She cast it on herself.
Well, no, she cast it on Nin earlier. I
Oh,
don't know if it's
no.
gone away or not.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
Okay.
stay with you.
Okay, I wasn't sure if it was like bless or not. Still, 10 is, that's an improvement over what she's been rolling, hopefully.
I believe we're using your passive deception for this. Since you're not
Yeah.
actively trying to deceive them, are you?
No, it's more just like, yeah, a general sense of Dart's demeanor. Dart wants to find something.
Obviously.
Obviously, yeah. Unless the group outvotes him, I'm not gonna stir that pot.
Yeah.
No, I really, really don't want to go digging through the rest of the castle. Thank you very much. I would like to get the blazes out of here. I don't care if it's winter. I don't care if it's snowing. I want out of here.
And when we end up
Agreed.
back in here because they've caught us again, and we don't have
I will
keys to
cut
get us
my-
out.
I will have cut my throat before that happens.
You did
You may
such a
do
good
what
job
you
of it the
wish.
first time,
I
you
was
thinking that-
ambushed.
and we're not going to be
Are you-
ambushed again.
Question: are you thinking that if we have a set of keys, they won't take them from us?
No, I'm thinking that if we have a set of keys, we can come back here and figure out. Never mind. We're leaving. We're leaving.
CJ, I don't know if you asked me that for any particular reason, or if you were trying to talk and got muted again.
Oh no, I asked you for a particular reason. As she's thinking about this and kind of mulling over Spindleshanks and his behavior, you feel that hand on your shoulder again, and the warmth of it, because of the whisper in your ear. It says, "You know, that man's really that fucked up. This isn't a dream. You've been awake the whole time. Smooches."
Really?
And the presence has left you.
Oh.
Did I hear any of that?
No.
Okay. Not even Theophania's.
Maybe
little reel?
maybe that, but nothing that I said.
She says that she'll say that aloud.
I think Agna would just look to Theophania and go, "Did you say something? You have a thought on whether or not we stay or go?"
Hmm? Oh. Well. I think maybe one monster is better than a castle full of them. We should go.
Okay, great. We're going.
And thank you so much for putting that earworm in my head.
Okay, you
Which
guys
earworm?
escape through the trapdoor?
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Alrighty. Let me go ahead and move you then. There. There, I'm gonna zoom. Pay no attention to Hadrian's hip again. Did you do good? Did fine. 24 is not bad. Okay.
It's like 3 under max.
Pete's sake, Cynthia.
What are you Pete's sake saying about yourself now?
Nothing that currently has to do with the game.
Ah, okay. Okay. Here we are. You come out of the passage into a larger, more open cavern. Yes, I know, you guys, your lights. Please, CJ, my lights. I cannot see. Ooh. Start with Ognos. And next. You come into this cavern. It is dank. It is dark. It is drippy. It is freezing cold in here. Let's see. Yes. 5. It's freezing cold in here, and but the air is a little fresher than inside the castle for sure. Adrian kind of steps forward and says, maybe I go first. He lights up a torch.
that's a good idea. Do we file after him, 2 by 2? What are we thinking?
Dart will, keep relatively close. Looking ahead, listening ahead.
Or
Okay, how do we put on the cold weather gear?
I'm gonna consider it on.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Don't need to get that granular
Alright.
about it. You have it in your inventory, you're good. And unpause for
Oh, look, more mushrooms.
We doing the inching forward game?
it looks like it. Like that's the move.
Presuming Hadrian's in front of us.
Yes, he has moved to here, and this is as far as he's gone.
Right.
As you guys are moving, your passive perception dart feels something's off. Yours
Wait.
as well, Ned.
Oh, back up, everybody, back up.
Okay.
Hadrian,
Yeah.
she grabs him and pulls him back.
What?
Something's wrong.
Forward. Out from the water, you see a tentacle come cresting over like a serpent. And then as you feel the tension rise at that, you hear a hearty belly laugh. And rising from the water, you see the object of your nightmares, the Roganor, the gluttonous, rising from the water's tentacles and mouths. I thought something was wrong. Little delicious morsels running about my castle, looking for really anything to eat. Shouldn't be doing that. You should be marinating in your fear or despair. I can smell it on you. How about we play who's hopping in my mouth first? And he lunges a little bit. Anyone? Any volunteers?
What do we get if one of us volunteers?
He turns to you and says that you don't get eaten first.
Real convincing.
Oh, was I
Wow.
supposed to lie and offer a bunch of incentives? The end's the same. I'm not one of those frilly feathered fine freaks that like to dress up what I'm about. Oh. I'm here to eat, and it's been a very long time. Hours even, since I've eaten last. So I think I'm ready for a snack, maybe first course, and second and thirdsies, a little light dessert on top of it.
While this conversation is going on, Nin is getting her vial of acid out.
Okay.
Dart is going to put a hand behind his back and sort of try and, like, beckon Sabria closer.
She is paralyzed with fear.
Okay.
She is not moving.
That is not necessarily a bad thing.
Nope. Anyone have anything else to say or do before the next thing happens?
Dart has one thing.
Go for it.
Why are you even here? Why aren't you up in the chambers lording about?
So, my friend and I were having a nice dinner. It's lunch, nice meal as it were. Hosting is such a troublesome thing. You have to entertain, you have to make sure that they are fed the way they like. You understand. You humans have the same worries and issues. Somhai the Perilous is a singular folk. She's in charge of her whole hive. She's the mother of them all, and she commands them, and she is very demanding. Her little humming nightmare that stalked past you all in the hallways espied you while you were leaving, and to her, I found out. And I'm a bit amorphous, so I don't like it when my treats go scurrying away, slid between cracks of this place, listening and stalking and finding out what you were all up to. I think this might be the most delectable you're going right before escape. All that dash of hope smashed into despair. That's what I'm here. I'm seasoning first.
Well,
Well,
shit.
What were you going to say, Nin?
Nin is going to move over to here because she isn't afraid of this. And bracket him and go, so you're not the master of this domain. You're merely a messenger boy.
Oh, you poor
And a-
simple fool. I am the master of this domain. Somhai is my guest. We are equals. She is a leader of a legion, just like I am.
Then why isn't she here to enjoy your feast with you?
Well, see, that's the thing. She likes to hunt things down one at a time, and I like a gluttonous feast. She would delight in chasing you one by one across miles and miles. I like to have it all in front of me. She's quite satisfied for now, so I think Somhai's swarm of devouring night will enjoy hunting down other prey. Me and my vexation of thousands are going to be feasting on your bones and everything else now. If you thought you could say, I don't know, piss me off by saying I'm not the master of this domain, I certainly am. I'm at the top of this food chain.
Seems like you're in the basement to me.
He looks at you, Crimson, immediately just zeroes in on your eyes. Well, yes, clearly we're in the basement.
Really?
Yeah, yes. Anyway,
Well, it's nice to know you can only go up from here. Or are you just going to keep blowharding until we die of old age and dullness?
well, it seems like there's a fair few cowards among you. I see you inching backwards. I thought Corinthians were brave, and you seem to be a mixed lot. I think the only
You're making.
Corinthians here are you, he points at Hadrian, you, I think, you're kind of. And you, back in the back there, little Miss Sabria. Custodian Marusaraf is looking for you. He wants you to know that playtime isn't over. They've still got experiments to run, so if you thought you were going to get eaten to have your horror show snuffed out early, not happening. It's not over for you yet.
Well,
There's a memo that's been missed here.
A memo?
A memo. You know, a little note.
He looks perplexed.
See, when we found poor dear little sweet little girl over here, She was about to die. You clearly don't have a very good control over your people.
Is that what you think?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, someone's a little naive about how things work for us, but that's fine, I suppose. You don't need to know.
Are we going to fight or are you going to finish boring us to death?
I was hoping you guys would start this, but
Oh, why? How we would never be so rude. You're the host here, aren't you?
then I will indulge myself, and we shall roll initiative now.
Come on. Thank you. There we go. Boop.
Be everybody. We will roll for Hadrian, and we will roll for Layla, and we will roll for Sabria. And she goes first.
Sabria?
Yeah, she got a natural 20. She will go first. The next session, which will begin in roughly 2 weeks, this is where we are stopping for the evening.
Okay.
So, yeah. Good session, guys.
Yes.
You guys think you were gonna
A very good session.
stumble on a boss encounter?
Yeah.
You did? Okay, all right. I guess I telegraphed that quite well. Oh.
Oh, come on, CJ. We know you.
Boss,
We love you too, but we know you.
There's a boss encounter around every corner, I suppose.
It was inevitable.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so logistics, real quick. Let me see here. Something. Okay, so you guys should have the quest The Duchy's Daughter in your player journals. You should also have the quest To Freedom in the player journal.
Indeed.
You have successfully completed To Freedom because you have gotten to the secret tunnel, which meets objective 3, which gives you additional experience points. So all 3 objectives for the To Freedom quest line gives you a total of, wait for it, 900 experience points.
Hell yeah!
Woohoo!
Which is just enough
Yippee!
to level up. See, I'm doing milestone my own way. It's because I know how to do math, and I can get you there.
Yes.
Yep. So you should have...
You know more.
Actually, you should have 926 experience points. So...
Nice.
926, 926. So this gets you to level 3 for this fight. So you will have level 3 the beginning of this fight next session.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, second level spells. Oh, bless. Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
If you guys feel like that is a bone thrown to you, you should, because this is a boss fight, and I balanced this encounter knowing you're going to be level 3 when it's going to happen to you. So,
Alright.
Hell yeah.
yeah, so that's that one. So if To Freedom is complete, congratulations. You will either be free or die, which is a different kind of freedom. And then for the Duchy's Daughter, you have successfully completed bringing Sabria's... Well, you brought Sabria's room to her. So far, she has survived. You have collected 2 of the 3 pieces of the ducal station.
What were the 3 pieces again?
So there's the
The
sword,
sword.
the ring, and the diadem, circlet, which he has said Oroganoi has. You found out
Which
what
is
happened.
what we're facing.
Yep.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And you have found out what happened to one of her siblings. So, here we go. So that's what that quest line looks like. That's where we're at with that. And yeah, good stuff. How's everybody feeling? Looking forward to next session already?
Indubitably.
Heck yeah.
That's a
Oh,
please no, please God no. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say bye to everybody for the stream. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, everybody on stream.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
stream.
Stream.
adios.
Bye, stream.
See you in 2
Bye.
weeks.
Okay, now